Welcome to Krishiv Talks. Once again, we are exploring how to become a better person and live a happier life. In today's episode, we're diving into some really important stuff. How being kind and compassionate can make a big difference in your personal growth. Why going on retreats or taking personal development growth why going on retreats can be helpful, and why being nice to others is more important for myself than for others. So imagine you're trying to become a better version of yourself. You might think that chasing after your passions and desires is the way to go, right? Well, what if I told you that focusing on love and compassion could be even better? We'll talk about what that means and why it matters for our personal growth journey. Then we'll chat about retreats and personal development courses. Retreats are like uh, uh, getaways where you can take a break from everyday life and really focus on yourself. On the other hand, personal development courses give you a structured lessons and motivation to help you improve. We'll figure out which one might be the best for you and how can they work together. Lastly, we'll talk about kindness. Sure, being nice to others feels good, but did you know that it can also make you healthier and you happier? We'll explore why being kind matters and how we can all do our part to make the world a better and a more compassionate place. So get ready to learn and grow with us as we dive deep into the power of love, compassion, and kindness in shaping our lives for a better future, for a better world. Let's make the world a little brighter together than it was yesterday. Our guest today is a storyteller, is a strategist, and a thinking coach. He always makes me think. And just before recording this, he made me think once again, as usual. Being a highly skilled and experienced person, it is love and compassion that sets him apart from everyone else. Welcome to one of my favorite people in the world of kindness and retreats, Apurva Luthiya.
Thank you, Krishiv. Thank you for uh, holding this space for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We share a lot of memories together. So I thought, let us share love and compassion with the audience, like the way you've already been doing it on Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. I thought, let us uh, have a more uh, depth in these conversations. So, Purv, let me begin with how to operate out of love and compassion instead of passion and desire while taking any action.
Hmm. So, I mean, the first thing, is that I would not say we have to operate either from this or from this. See, when you say we have to, that we have to has a control in it. We have to do. That's where the problem starts. It's your choice. Where do you want to operate? Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. But I'll just give you a little idea about, let's say most of the people want to operate from the desire and passion. Now, desire and passion, there is per se nothing wrong with that. But the only thing that is wrong with the desire and passion is that most of the time, desire and passion are for the external stimulations. Just imagine the kind of muscle memory that we have grown up with. When we were kids and we used to cry, our loved ones used to give us a toy. We were very happy with the toy. We would stop crying, right? And as you grow up, that toy now turns into various different things. Then it is your degrees, then it is your marks, then it is your profession, then it is your job, then it is your promotion, then it is, what. So all the desires and passion somewhere, it is outward facing. It is too intense sometimes. It burns you. It burns you. It is way too intense. With exact opposite, So desire and passion, I would say that it is equivalent to working under the scorching sun. With the love and compassion, you are still working the same, but under the full moon. It doesn't burn you. That's the difference. It's a soothing thing. It gives you that kind of pace. You can pace yourself. There is no haste. There is not there is nothing that you need to do it very instantly. You accept yourself more than what you are doing currently. The first level of love and compassion is towards the self, not others. You have to first practice the self love, then only you can give love to others. If I am unhappy, how am I supposed to make other people happy? As simple as that. So love and compassion works on a little, it is more, you can say it is more tolerant towards the self when you are operating from love and compassion. It's like when you get a little bit of scratch. Okay. um, if you apply a Dettol, how does it feel? Versus you apply a Savlon. See, Savlon is non-burning, the same effect, right? They have just removed the burning sensation. But we have been accustomed over a period of time that if it is not burning, it is not healing. You got my point?
Yes, yes, yes. This is a
If you
very
go,
common.
yeah, if you go to the gym and if you don't come out with sore muscles, you feel I haven't done anything.
Yes, that is actually a feeling.
That's the mindset that we have.
Yes,
So if there is no pain, there is no gain.
right.
But why are you? Why do you want pain? The whole idea is that who created this? There is no pain, there is no gain. That is this, superficial, thing that we have created in our mind. But why do you want pain in the first place? And through pain, what do you want to gain?
Hmm.
So why this, love and compassion that there is no pain? It's a soothing. And that is how, we operate from there.
Roughly when did you realize this, that there is no pain, no gain actually doesn't make sense. You can go through it without pain, to uh, keep it in a more slow and steady way rather than rushing through it. When did you gain this realization?
When did I gain this realization? Good question. So I took a,
How? Well,
hell lot of time, for this realization. It didn't came, very early in my life. Okay. So it took me 40 years to realize that I am also just working on that humbug theories that people have fed over a period of time in the minds of the people. Something like, let me give you an example. Something like you must have, seen the sports. There are various kinds of quotes on forgiveness. Okay. One quote says that forgive but don't forget. Okay. There are some, pessimistic people say that forget but don't forgive. There are some people who will say forget and forgive. Then there are some hardcores who will say never forget and never forgive. Okay. The whole idea of this forgiveness, okay, we need to understand the whole idea of the forgiveness comes into the equation only if you feel offended or hurt. If you don't feel offended or you don't feel hurt, where is the question of forgiveness comes into the picture?
okay.
So
So
if
if
you
you
don't
take
want to
things
forgive personally,
exactly, yeah.
yeah. So if you, let's say, if you are not very happy forgiving someone, okay, so don't get offended at all. See, sometimes we jump to the second level without realizing the core of it. I work on forgiveness, the concept of forgiveness. Or you work on concept of forgiveness, but first, do you realize that forgiveness comes into the picture only if you are offended or hurt? If you are not offended, don't get offended, don't get hurt, don't take things personally. Where is the question of forgiveness comes into the picture? So all those things, I realized when I was doing my Bhagavad Gita classes with my guru. That was somewhere in the year of, not too far, somewhere in the year of 2017-18.
Yeah, so I think, like, for example, this morning I went for a networking event, and I think the way I delivered my elevator pitch in today's meeting was with more love, compassion. I would say more love, but there was a lot of passion, but it was leaning towards love, the love kind of passion. So
Mm,
I could feel more smooth and a more better experience.
mm,
So
yeah.
I am, gaining this first-hand experience. Now, the other day when we were at the retreat, uh, I remember you mentioned that, there's a difference between a push and pull effect of retreats in comparison to personal development courses. Uh, could you share what this push uh, push and pull effect is, and what is your experience been with retreats and personal development course, since we've uh, done some of the similar personal development courses, which I'm not going to name, and we have been on a retreat together, which does not need to be named because it is just random. So, what are your thoughts?
Ah, brilliant, you know. So I used to love this personal development courses till the time I never knew about these retreats. The push factor. Sometimes you feel, no, somebody needs to be there to push you. Okay. But then you realize that, that is too much of a push, yeah. Get me, I mean, let me breathe. Let me pause, let me breathe. Okay, I will run, relax, you know. But there is no customization. See, the whole idea is that everyone is being pushed in the same manner. As everyone in the world, right now living with that kind of a push. Okay. So I realized some things. When I was learning swimming, three of us friends were learning the swimming together. And one day, this instructor, keeps us on the edge in the line, and then he, comes from behind and just pushes us in the water. Okay, we don't know how to swim, but he just pushes in the water. It was not too deep. Okay, but that the whole idea you falling into the water without knowing the swimming was kind of tragic, traumatic. Two of us could come out and still learn the swimming. The third person went through such a deep trauma of pushing into that water. He never learned swimming in his life, ever. All the more that he has now developed a phobia of water or a swimming pool, you can say
Phobia
specifically.
of water.
Yeah.
So he
So
doesn't
he doesn't go
take the
near
ship
any
or
water.
ferry.
Yeah. He
Oh,
doesn't go near any water body. Now he feels that he will get drowned in that water body. That kind of trauma that has been impacted him. Just one action of push. See, that's the whole part. That not everyone takes the push equally. Equal. Okay. Personal development courses doesn't differentiate between each individual people. They kind of their idea is to push everyone. Not everyone can take that kind of a push. Versus the retreats, where they are more slow paced. They give you enough time to reflect. See, not every time. And you physically also, Krishi, physically also, just imagine. If I tell you, you push yourself physically, how will you? You will keep your hands like this and push yourself? How? How will you push yourself? It's impossible thing, right? Whereas if I tell you, you need to pull yourself, it's much easier because you know how much strength do you have to pull yourself. You exactly know that do I need to develop that kind of strength to pull myself. Every time you don't need that unnecessary external push. You just need one simple rope where you can hold on to. I will pull it myself. I will pull myself up. Give me some time. Let me gain that strength. And that strength automatically will help you pull yourself. Why do you need to, push always? That's the whole idea. I mean, just imagine this is very offbeat, but If the push were working like that, okay, Krishna wouldn't have said 700 sloks in Bhagavad Gita, no, to Arjun. He would have given a pep talk. Come on, Arjun, you can do it. Come on. What are you thinking? You are the best archer of the world. Let's go win the world. All that motivational speaker do the same thing, right? I just acted them. You know, they do the same thing, right? The louder you are doesn't give you that enough of push. The push doesn't come from your vocal cord, man. It comes from here, right? So if you cheering too hard, does it give you more push? I don't know. So Krishna would have just given a 5 minute pep talk to Arjun, and Arjun would have ready with the Gandhi. Let's kill Bhishma Pitama and Dronacharya. No, it didn't happen because the wrong thinking that we have needs to be corrected by right thinking. You can't you can't correct wrong thinking just by pep talks. See, the push is like, have you ever set a curd in your home? Have you ever tried
I've
setting
seen.
a curd? You have seen,
seen.
right? Yeah. So you know the whole idea how the curd is being set.
Basically, you get the milk and you let it ferment, something like that.
So basically, you have a bowl of milk.
Milk, yes.
You add a teaspoon of curd in that. Then you stir it. Then you lid it. Then you keep it.
Yes.
If you want it in the morning, you keep it in the night. Overnight, in the morning when you get up, it will turn into a curd. Okay. But the whole idea, when it is a push factor, what happens is you are constantly thinking, Are ho raha hai kya? Then you go, open the lid, stir it again to check. Are yaar, kuch nahi hua. Then you keep it. Again, 3 o'clock, you open the lid, stir it. Are nahi hua. Are it will never happen. The whole idea of the pull factor is you just put the lid and just forget it for overnight. Let it be. Morning you will get what you want, but you need to develop that kind of tolerance, right? That doesn't come in push factor.
Patience. Patience.
Exactly, that comes in the pull factor. That's the whole idea.
Do you guys realize now why on Apurv has written that he's a philosophy of thinking coach? Well, the other day we were, I saw Purv's LinkedIn and I said, what is this philosophy of thinking, coach? Today I am getting to experience it. What do you think would be the effect of kindness on one's overall well-being and why more people should be kind rather other than simply feeling good about themselves? So there is a kindness, and then there's short-term pleasures to just make you feel good about yourself versus kindness.
But the whole idea is that kindness is all about feeling good about yourself, isn't it? I mean, if you are kinder, then you automatically start feeling good about yourself. This is my this is my personal this thing, Krishiv. I think most of the people, even I can go to an extent say all of the people, even the hardened criminals, they are kind. Every human being even every being is kind on this earth. Problem is, problem is the expression of the kindness, the execution in your behavior, in your action, gets somewhere, through, I don't know what people go through in their life. This kindness somewhere, goes in the last line of the priority, not to others, to themselves first. They're not being kind to themselves. See, the whole idea, the mental image that we have built over a period of time of us, our own self, is of a self rejection and self criticism. If I don't achieve this at this age, I start criticizing myself.
Yes,
If I
that
am
is
not
me.
able to,
That is me.
see, so if I'm not able to do this, I start rejecting myself. You want people to accept yourself as you are, but you are not accepting yourself as you are. Now, that is a paradoxical situation. How will that happen? It's not going to happen. First, you have to accept the way you are. Obviously, you want to work on yourself. I'm not saying that you don't have to grow. Grow, by all means, grow. But don't grow because there is something wrong with you. Grow because growth is the basic nature of all beings. See, the thing is same. Everyone is growing. But you have to grow with the intention that this is the basic nature, not because I want to grow, not because something is wrong with me and I want to correct it. Don't grow for that. Growth is a basic nature. Be kind to yourself. Be accept yourself first. And I am not saying that you don't correct yourself. Correct yourself. But there is a methodology of correcting yourself, right? Nowadays, just imagine there is a small child who have done some mistake. Okay. Will you just take that child and slap him left, right, and center? Why you have done that? No. But you are doing the same thing to yourself every day. That is invisible slaps that we give to ourselves through all that self criticism and self rejection. And then we say that, oh, I don't know how to love myself. How will you know? First, you stop slapping yourself. Then, step by step, you need to work, in that manner, in that methodology. So, kindness is something which is inherent in every being. It is just that some people, through the life circumstances, the situations, the environment, the methodology, the mindset that they have, grown up with, this has taken completely, at the back end, and they are not able to execute that kindness. As simple. Starting with, very simple. See, did you hear that honk right now?
Mm,
No,
not
that's
really.
okay. If you don't see, the most impatient guys, are the drivers on the road.
Yes.
Nothing is moving and they are still honking. See, the whole idea is, and the funny part is, this is called rush hour. I mean, I still don't know why rush hour. Nothing is moving, man. What is rush hour? If nothing is moving and you still call it rush hour and you still keep honking it, I mean, what is that you are going to achieve out of that? That is what exactly happens with the desire and passion. See, my desire, my passion was to drive a car, and I am already set in the driver's seat. Now I am not moving anywhere. What do I do? Okay, I am not moving anywhere. Let me just honk. you turn your desire and passion of driving into something else altogether. Yeah, you got my point. Whereas if you are operating from love and compassion, you will realize, man, no one is moving here. Relax, chill. Open your window. Baaju wala hai wahan pe. Ask him, how are you doing, dude? And listen to 2, 3 galis that he'll give you. Pagal hai kya? You don't understand, stuck in traffic from last 1 hour. But he will be able to vent out, something in front of you. He'll feel good. Somebody's asking him in this situation also, how are you feeling?
In fact, I have recently started a carpooling. Just
Hmm.
you're sat next to the driver, you're having a conversation. One, you are saving you're saving cars off the roads, and plus you get companionship. You get to meet new people. You get to network. You get to learn about them. You get to share about yourself, and who knows, you might start collaborating,
Huh? Absolutely.
maybe or maybe
Ab-
not, or maybe the driver will introduce you to someone who can collaborate with you. Maybe you can introduce the driver to someone with whom he can collab, or maybe the three of you. But uh, yeah, I mean, I really had a laughter ride when you were talking about the rush hour, because the rush hours are the slowest between 6 and 9, and yeah, morning 8 to 11. These are the slowest, and I think what you said uh, should be recorded as a reel and a short, and at least spread across all the major cities where there's a large traffic problem.
yeah, true.
So, why do you think, just a last question before we wrap up, why do you think people uh, are not thinking this way? And why is it only the two of us and the community we've got? Why don't others replicate and make life easier? What is stopping them from your experience in coaching?
There are various factors, that can actually stop them from, their life circumstances to their responsibilities, financial responsibilities. There are so many factors, but to answer this question, why people are not thinking that way is is a good question, because somewhere we still haven't realized that the thoughts that we have are so creative, so powerful, that it can actually either make us or mar us. And we still don't realize the power of our thoughts. And the whole idea is that, let's say, each one, average and human being have 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. That is as per the research. That is not what I am saying. Okay. If I have to say, I will actually double up the number the way we are living right now. But yeah, it is still, research says 60 to 70,000 thoughts. The whole question is that how many ideas do we generate in a day, in a week? No clue. In a month? No idea. In a quarter, half year, a year? Sometimes it takes decade to generate one idea. Then what is happening with the rest of the thoughts? Because they are not channelized in the right direction. See, it's all over the place. So thinking per se is not wrong. But the whole idea is that it is just all over the place. What you need to do is, let's say one thought that you get, okay, can we actually make it a through line of that thought? Through line of that thought, and make it into something which is beautiful, something which is executable, so that you stay focused on that thought and create something which is beautiful out of that thought. But the whole idea is, with 8 seconds of attention span that we have, thanks to all the technology, we don't even realize that
Thoughts and
it's
reels.
gone. Yeah, exactly. That it's like gone. So that is where the whole idea of, philosophy of thinking comes into the picture. That don't just, don't just get your thought passed away just like that. Can you can you pause with that thought? Can you reflect on that thought? Can you make it a through line of that thought? And then come out with something beautiful out of that thought. Each and every thought is that beautiful if you start reflecting on it. See, there are in Mumbai also. In Mumbai also, while you are traveling, you will be able to see n number of trees and n number of flowers. But do we stop to admire them?
No way. Not at
Exactly.
all.
That
In fact,
that is the exact thing we are doing with our thoughts. They are equally beautiful that the flowers in Kashmir is equally beautiful to flowers in Mumbai. We go all the way to Kashmir to see that flower garden and everything. You know, because we don't have that vision to admire the smallest thing, and that smallest thought is very powerful. So can you pause? Can you reflect? Make it a through line and then do something with it. Then a beautiful creation will come.
this last thing that you said, truly, I think spirituality is not in any location, it is actually a state of mind. So
Exactly.
pause and reflect and introspect. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Purv. This
Krishiv.
was
Thank
a
you
very
for
priceless, valuable session. We look forward to creating more and enabling a transformation in our audience's life. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.